Ho, Tudor-minded people. It's Philadelphia Carrie for Tudor Time Machine. The word I share with you this week is Flibbertigibbet. I tell you true, when the Queen is about, we must draw in our faces. But when she is not about, I do love to be a Flibbertigibbet and lead the other ladies to confess their silliest thoughts. Lady Mildred Cecil, that most serious lady, once confessed to me that she would like to wear a hat with long rabbit ears. Indeed, I wish she would, for we all would laugh and chatter as wild Flibbertigibbets.
Flibbertigibbet! How now, Tudor Files? What think you? If you're new here, I'm Gage.
I'm Jessica.
And we're here with Philadelphia Carrie for Tudor Word of the Week.
Don't miss a word, and listen to the Tudor Time Machine Story Project. Jessica reads a chapter of Time's Riddle, and then my dear friends discuss the history behind the mystery. How diverting! So subscribe on YouTube and give me a like.
And check out Philadelphia on YouTube. She has a new look.
Oh, yes, my new teeth are quite lovely, and I have a new lip color. I would love to hear my Tudorphile friends' thoughts on my new visage.
Well, I think you look great. And also, we are so lucky that you're such a good speller, Philadelphia. Can you give us the spelling of Flibbertigibbet, our word of the week?
It is spelled Flibbertigibbet. Flibbertigibbet.
You left out the T when you spelled it.
Oh my. Flibbertigibbet. Flibbertigibbet. You must say it fast and with great enthusiasm.
Well done. And in the nicest of ways, it can mean a whimsical person.
And in a less kind way, it can mean a silly chattering person, who is, of course, usually a woman.
And some people think that it's an onomatopoeic word, which is the word itself is sort of also defines it. Flibbertigibbet sounds like pointless talking.
Or playful talking. You know what character I love who is called a Flibbertigibbet?
Who?
Maria in The Sound of Music. The nuns describe her as a Flibbertigibbet, a will-o'-the-wisp, a clown.
And then they sing, "How do you catch a cloud and pin it down?"
Who is this Maria? I would like to meet her.
She's a character in a play. It's called The Sound of Music. And she's supposed to become a nun, but she's a Flibbertigibbet. So she doesn't fit into the convent, and she leaves to explore the outside world.
I much prefer the plot of that play to the play that I know Flibbertigibbet from.
And that is?
A play that has brought more tears to my eyes than any other. Our Shakespeare's King Lear.
When I was young, my mother and I used to watch King Lear together on Christmas Day. And we would just cry and cry and cry. It was our tradition.
It's satisfying to have a good cry sometimes. And Shakespeare gives us a lot of material to do that with. And the way he cruelly ages Lear, I mean, we hear from everyone in the play that Lear was once a great man and a great king. But that time is over and his decisions are terrible because he's just not the same man anymore.
It is cruel, but it also can be truthful. It does happen to some people that they lose their judgment as they age.
Even thinking of poor Lear Pitikins.
So it does seem strange that Flibbertigibbet would be even used in a play like Lear.
But actually, it's not used for its true meaning, because Lear doesn't call one of his daughters a Flibbertigibbet in a playful way or anything like that. In the story of Lear, King Lear knows he's not who he once was, and he wants to step down as king, and he decides to set up a love test between his three daughters. Well, love tests are never a good idea, but he does it anyway, against the advice of some of his other courtiers, and two of his daughters flatter his ego, and the third, Cordelia, who has the greatest heart, tells Lear a simple truth about love. He banishes her, of course, and the other two daughters split the kingdom. Then Lear wants to go live with these daughters, who he's essentially given all the power to, but they don't want him, and they won't give him a place to live, and he ends up going mad, but his younger daughter always loves him.
But it still doesn't go well for her because she winds up dead.
I cannot bear it.
But Philadelphia, you know, there are very good people in Lear.
And that's who speaks our word of the week. So Gloucester is a noble who's very loyal to Lear, but he also can't see things clearly because he has two sons, Edgar, who is good, and Edmund, who's scheming and dangerous.
And of course, because he can't see who's good and who's bad, he is a reflection of Lear in the play, but with sons. I mean, it's brilliant.
He's sort of metaphorically blind, and then he becomes literally blind. And when he's cast from the castle, his good son comes to find him, but he doesn't want his father to know who he is. So he disguises himself as poor Tom, the beggar.
The father wants to go to Dover, but as we said, he's literally blinded, so he cannot find the way. And so he asks his son, who is in disguise, if he knows the way to Dover. And in an insanely actually touching scene, Tom says he does know the way and he will show it to him.
His son answers as the fool Tom, and he says, "Both stile and gate, horseway and footpath, poor Tom hath been scared out of his good wits. Bless thee, good man's son, from the foul fiend. 5 fiends have been in poor Tom at once, of lust as Obdicut, Hobbidance, prince of dumbness, Mahu of stealing, Modo of murder, Flibbertigibbet of mopping and mowing, who since possess chambermaids and waiting women. So bless thee, master."
Poor Tom, he names all these demons who are supposedly possessing him. And one of them is Flibbertigibbet. He's just using it as a name here. But what's interesting, because Flibbertigibbet usually refers to women, this demon only possesses chambermaids and waiting women specifically.
"I refuse to be possessed by any demon, Flibbertigibbet or not."
That's very wise.
I'm only as wise as all the Tudor files. So give heed, my friends. Bring some 16th century sauce to your vocabulary with Flibbertigibbet. Listen in next time. Don't miss a word. Subscribe on YouTube and give me a like.